2, 3. Let's get it. The name. It's Law Nation. And as this room fill up, be sure to hit that like button, share this content. Let that friend or that neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Cowboys mystery candidates and more Carnival applications needed. Come on with it. Yup. Who's going to be the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys? Let's roll with it, lean with it, rock with it.
Read it, run from it, destiny arrives all the same.
Put a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. Come on with it. Yeah. To the window and to the wall. Come on, Cowboy Nation. Happy Friday to you all that's tuning in to the nation. Four, 3, 2, and
emotional damage.
Come on with it. All right. Happy Friday to you all. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Oh, yeah. Yeah. They say, ain't no party like a cowboy party. But what about a Clown Nation party? Come on, rock with it. Yeah, rock with it. Yeah, get it. Roll in. Roll in. Roll in. Why you stop? Kick it back. Give it back. Why you stop? Give it, kick it back. Kick it. Yeah. Don't stop, Clown. Why you keep stopping? They keep stopping the clowns. All right. All right, come on with it. One love, DC for life, man, not for short. Thank everybody for tuning in. Happy Friday to you. You over there and you, I appreciate you guys for hitting that like button, sharing this content. Thank everybody, man. My bad if I catfish a lot of people this morning, but it was so realistically that over 50,000 people tuned into it and over 100,000 on the other platforms. So I didn't mean to hoodwink y'all like that on the Jesse Holly thing. But there goes to show you that I guess, the clown show must continue, And on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, a mystery candidate, is in the looms of it. Wait a minute, hit again. It was so realistically speaking, man, it was crazy that a lot of people, 61,000 now, my bad. I think that if Jerry can hoodwink y'all, Law Nation can hoodwink y'all just a little bit. I had to scoop to Jerry's level, putting the salt on the McGriddle, man. I'm learning from absolutely the best clown in the town, but neither here nor there. Fried catfish is really good, man. So as they say, measure twice, cut once. And with that being said, for those who had inspirations and adulations of having a Super Bowl winning coach like the kinds of caliber of Pete Carroll, you can continue to wait for that because it's not finna happen. Pete Carroll now signed a deal with the Raiders. Here's the craziest thing of it all. He needs him an offensive coordinator. Yeah.
What's your point?
Hold on, Jerry, hold on. Let me tell you this. He need an offensive coordinator, and it very much so, it could be, believe it or not, like Ripley's, it could be Shotty, what crazy mess would that be? yeah, all of a sudden we hear news that Shotty is going to the Raiders. Breaking news! Yeah. Oh my goodness, man. JD from DC says, so Law is working for the Temu News now. I'm a little bit, look. You can at least put me on the eBay brand or the Walmart. But you going to put me on the Temu News? Come on, man.
Please come home.
Yeah, the Temu special, Law, man. Come on with it.
Exactly what coaches are.
Let me see.
I think he's an incredible candidate. I think he's exactly what coaches or owners are looking for. He's been around. He's been in charge. He commands the whole team with his leadership. He's got great background.
Temu News report.
Yeah, I say that because I know he's been through our program for enough years that I know that he's got his philosophy in order. He's got his approach and how he would do it because we've worked on all that stuff, and so he's ready to go. We haven't talked about it this time around yet, but we've talked about it in the past, and I did hear that like yesterday or something like that maybe there's something up.
So that's Pete Carroll many a moons ago speaking glowingly of Shotty, and to this point, there's only one vacancy left, and that's the New Orleans Saints. And they could be waiting for Joe Brady. Y'all let me know, did Joe Brady coach down there in LSU before? Y'all let me know. What he's doing is a remarkable job of how he was able to elevate Josh Allen to another degree. And Spags, I think Spagnola, he's still looking for a job too, so that could be a situation. I'm looking at this completely as the Cowboys as the star turn. Shout out to my guy, BJ Nix. But I would say this. We are in a situation that everything is going down. Look, Mike McCarthy versus Moore. Oh, my God, that could be the next thing. Sure, I wouldn't put nothing past this particular situation because now all of the talent is drying up, and the only thing that we can wish upon the star would be that the little news that Joy Taylor said that she had, of speculations of the Cowboys getting during the Super Bowl Deion Sanders. There will be a lot of content and a lot of information of Deion. Him and his son will be in town for this coming weekend, because the East-West Shrine Bowl will be presented by them, by the way. So our biggest hope would be, let me see if I can put Joy Taylor up here and make her bigger a little bit, Our only hope would be if her inside information, well, pause. Well, it's a girl, so I can't say pause. But if her inside sources of information, is correct, then damn, I would give her some flowers for that, right? So she said that it would be announced that during the Super Bowl week that there could be this situation right here as being the next head coach for the Dallas Cowboys. Give me my theme music. Come on with it. Yeah! Because the options is getting razor blade thin, baby. The options are getting ice spice thin over here. And that's going to be very difficult for us to find the coach outside of the fact that we heard news and storylines that Mike Zim, he's out of it talking about being the next DC or HC. So Mike Zim is out of it. Al Harris, he's in somebody's witness protection because nobody is reaching out to Al Harris. He's not being considered for a job. I don't know what's going on with Al Harris. Maybe you guys can tell me what's going on with him, but I don't know what's going on with him as it relates to finding a head coach job or a DC job. So could it be that the Cowboys, we scrambling and scraping over here? We talking about everything as it relates to offense, but we haven't even spoke upon anything on defense, right? Could it be a situation and scenario that by chance it will be your boy. By chance, it will be Paul Gunter. Yeah. Boy, it's crazy how everything is the way it is right now. But let's listen to let's just watch this right here, because my guy was right on the money all the way, and I want to present this in it's not going to be all the way comical, but I want to say this. Oh, Pete is gone. Hold on, bear with me. I got people calling me. Hold on. Gotta let them know I'm live right now. I had to make sure that wasn't Jerry. Had to make sure it wasn't Jerry. Yeah, but neither here nor there. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. Let me give y'all some Chase Daniels. He said that we've been doing this not wrong for 30 years, but for 35 years. And I agree. Come on with it.
What are you doing, my friend?
Dallas has not gotten their head coaching hire right in 35 years, and that was Jimmy Johnson. Chan Gailey, Dave Campo, Bill Parcells, 0-2 in the playoffs. Jason Garrett, Mike McCarthy was out of a job when he got hired.
I need to confess, I told Jerry I watched every play of the 2019 season, but I wanted the job.
But you let...
All right, so that's when I would have moved in and been like, hey, you fired. You know what I'm saying?
You liar!
I would have got rid of Mike McCarthy then. You lied to me. You lied to kick it with me. But then they must have had them NDAs with that tape with him having a sleepover. You know, I got a little something over you. You got a little something over me. Yeah. And then on top of that, there is a situation and scenario that if you look at it and say to yourself, is that what they waiting on all together with Cliff Kingsbury? Kellen Moore?
Go of a Super Bowl winning coach who you could have had. You don't even interview Ben Johnson. You don't even interview all these other big name guys. You end up with Brian Schottenheimer, and it's because Jerry wants to pull the strings. Jerry will never give up control and pulling the strings. Brian Schottenheimer's like, here's a carrot. It's dangling in front of me, and you get to be the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, but I get to pull the strings. Okay, cool. Let's do it. Like, what? They freaking fired Jimmy Johnson after he won back-to-back Super Bowls. And it was because that Jerry Jones wanted more control, and he has not given up that control. And Dallas is never going to break through until he does.
Shout out to Scoop City. Y'all be sure to check them out. Just type in Scoop City, and you get their podcast information there. Shout out to them. I would say this, and Sean says less is with more. Yeah, that is a funny one. Cowboy Nation, how do y'all feel about all of this? Where do we go from here? What are our solutions, options, outside of the fantasy island of bringing in my guy Prime, right? And that's fantasy. I hope Joy is telling the truth with that, with the inside sources. And outside of that, we can talk about Shotty. We can talk about that. But it can be more of this right here, ladies and gentlemen. It can be more of the clownery.
You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me.
That joker right there. That joker right there, boy. That joker will laugh at his ass off. Oh my gosh, man. Oh my gosh, boy. Oh my gosh, man. I'm in trouble, though. I'm in trouble, don't you know? All of them clowns, man. I'm putting up on Jerry, man. Hey, which one of y'all got my back, man? I just need to know, man. Hit that like button. Cowboys says Parcells would have won a ring if he didn't quit. I'm quite sure, man. I'm going to my grave saying that if Parcells was on that 2017, we beat the Giants. Oh my gosh. And our biggest problems is that we don't finish. We don't finish. We absolutely do not finish. We will start something good and we will see that it's working, and the very next year we'll get rid of it. Law, do you have any truth to that? In 2006, yeah, it was the slick ball. That was the fumble thing with Romo at the field goal thing. I remember Miles Austin when he was wearing 14. He ran all the way up and had a great positioning there. The next year, we tear it all down. We just can't get on the same page. Parcells, hey, I'm done with this stuff. I'm a billionaire. I would have been begging and pleasing. Parcells, no. Look, let us just work this out. But then we go to the exact opposite. Get Wade Phillips, who we call Camp Cupcake. You know, it was all kissing and smoozing and all of this stuff. We had Jason Garrett in the building. We win 13 games. We winning. Oh, it's all lackadaisically, man. We love it. The players loved it. The player, every player, oh, I love not having been responsible, you know. Yeah. And with that being said, all we needed was discipline. But we rewarded them boys by going to Cabo, you know. A third of the team went to Cabo, split. Offense went one way, defense went the other way. Get the doors blown out from us, man. And to this day, we still talk about the Patrick Creighton drop. And people fail to realize the Patrick Creighton drop happened in the third quarter. You know, we had a whole nother quarter to go. You know what I'm saying? That's like if you gave Tom Brady, a younger Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, who else? Peyton Manning, a whole quarter. That's a century of time. That's well enough time. But we still, hey, man, Patrick Creighton dropped the ball. We would have won. Man, that's third quarter. He dropped the ball in third quarter. I want y'all to go back and look. You know, go back and watch the game if you can. 2014, let's go to that year. Unbelievable philosophy, principle, and we don't finish. Whether Dez caught it or not, it wasn't time to get into contract war with not just one. Y'all fail to realize we was in contract war after that season with Dez Bryant and DeMarco Murray. The season before that, we was in contract war with Dware. Can y'all consider this being crazy? It's us riding the idiotic train, right? It's crazy. And that's what we've been doing. Look, Law, do you have more and more evidence? Do you have more and more resources for us? Yeah. In 2016, now granted, the NFL had to stick their head in it, right? Pause if necessary. But they stuck their head in it and said, yeah, this innocent man, Elijah Elliott, will be suspended for 6 games. Salute to 105.3 The Fan. Shout out to them for giving me a shout out this morning. Shout out to them. They do not a good job. They do a great job over there, especially during this time. But the other part of it, ladies and gentlemen, we went to 2017, didn't draft really no offensive weapon. We good with what we got. Just didn't finish. And we drafted some tacos. Jeez. Shout out to tacos, you know, in 2017. 2018, we don't finish. In 2018, we started that season off 3-5. Just taking everybody down memory lane. We started off 3-5. The wide receiver by committee approach didn't work. The tight end by committee approach didn't work, by the way. And then what happened? What happened? We fool around and figure out ways to win a few games. When we get to the postseason, we won a postseason game. And going into that offseason, we don't finish. People, that's when they were talking about Dak Prescott contract then. I got videos. I was just scrolling through. I got over 8,000 videos over here, by the way. And I sat there and watched. He would have been willing to sign an $18 million contract. They waited. He was willing to sign a $20 to $25 million contract. Talked to Cecil Prescott. He in tears. They betted against my son. They didn't know what they had out of the Prescotts. And they went into that year in a lame duck season in 2019, coming off of a postseason win, right, that we haven't won in so long, right? Crazy, because we beat the Seattle Sea Chickens in that postseason game. And people were saying, he's not worth 20. He's not worth 25. And I did videos saying, hey, you better hurry and pay him. If not, you're going to fool around. You're going to fool around and overpay. You might as well pay him early. And they went into that year. And then he started off 2019 4-0 or some crazy crap, putting up crazy good numbers, right? But the Cowboys are the Cowboys, and they start losing games, winning games, losing games, and people had their mindset that he wasn't the quarterback for this organization. Keep in mind, that was going into his 4th season. I can't make this stuff up. And we still talking about the same thing. It don't change. It's just that they recycle, rinse, and repeat. When we went through firing Jason Garrett, which we all kind of had the celebratory dance for that, right? Shout out to that. Jason, where you at? Got to put you back into this mix right here. Jason, where you at? Come on, Jason. Coach, where you at? 8-8. Well, it was befitting that he finished the season, his career here coaching, and he finished 8-8. It was befitting. Yeah, Jerry, there your son go. Jason, what's good? That first clip of him looking around is what we had to be dealing with. And we were dealing with that, and the expectations were still the same, ladies and gentlemen. It was. Clearly still the same is that we're going to win Super Bowls with the dysfunction of the clown show that we bring on every single day. The native clown. Yeah. So it's crazy. Law, do you have more and more resources today? Do you have more evidence that we just don't finish? Yes. In 2020, your quarterback breaks his leg or break his ankle, bone piercing through the epidermis, dermis, subcutaneous. The only thing to keep the bone from being visible was the sock that he had on, right? So you paid him and you put him on the franchise tag, which now you had $90 million. When you put a player on the franchise tag, you can't Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones spread the money or prorate the money or push it out for the foreseeable future. And they thought that was the wise thing, and they ended up going into, dare I say, 2021 with the same expectations. We got Amari Cooper. We drafted CeeDee Lamb. Hey, this thing is about to work. We go 12-5. Hear me out. We go 12-5. Dynamic. The first team, I believe, in the National Football League to have 1,000 receivers and 1,000 back. But we was looking at them games like, hey, yeah, even though they running and got 1,000 yards off of Ezekiel Elliott, it looked like it was forced. And we lose. Going into 2022, they broke down everything. Send Amari Cooper to Siberia. Paid $50 million guaranteed to Michael Gallup. This organization is very much so dysfunctional. And we still have the same issues to this day. We don't know who is going to be the Cowboys head coach that's going to take and partake upon these type of issues and situations. This is crazy.
The great Bobby Belt.
Bobby Belt is an idiot.
Don't make me take off my belt.
No, we're not.
Over to you, Bobby.
Is Pete Carroll about to pull the rug out from one of his former assistants? This buzz was picking up big time yesterday afternoon around lunch. Speaking of lunch, if you want to go to lunch today, I'm going to be going to Twin Peaks in Southwest Fort Worth. Oh. So if you want to go hang out there and talk Cowboys for a little bit, I'll be out there from 11 to noon eating lunch. Great deals over there at Twin Peaks. $7.99 lunch specials. You're not going to regret it. But we can talk about some of this Cowboys coaching stuff while we're out there. And yesterday around lunchtime, it really started bubbling up. And
bubbling up, baby.
We started hearing more and more people not saying, hey, Pete Carroll's the new favorite. Bro, we're all of a sudden going this direction. But it was enough of a factor or a detail that it caused some things to change up and shift. And I think caused some people within the walls of the Star to say, let's slow down for a sec. Let's stop. Let's think about this. We don't have to jump headlong into this. Let's just think about something. Jory Epstein over at Yahoo has a fresh article out about the Cowboys coaching search where she's just kind of recapping where things stand and different things like that. And she's trying to figure out, all right, if it's not Schottenheimer, then who is it? Like, if they don't go with Schottenheimer, which direction is it? Because I think everybody at this point, you said 98% yesterday. Right. Are you still at 98 or you tick lower?
Tick lower. I'll probably go like 95%. 95.
It's for damn sure going to be Schottenheimer if this situation with Prime doesn't go all the way through. Airborne Cowboy, appreciate you. Thank you so much for being an Airborne. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for being a super chat supporter. Take the money
out! All of it!
He says, at this point, Law, if it ain't Dion by Super Bowl week, and it's a damn shame. Either Prime Time or the Clown Boys. She's
96%
right.
That it's Schottenheimer.
Are you? Have you moved off of your, what was it, 78% was your last check?
Went down a little bit yesterday, about 75%.
I'm still at 90 because I think it's going to be Schottenheimer. I got to have a 10% factor for I don't know what Jerry may do. And so that's part of the complicating factor. The coaches that could be in play if it's not Schottenheimer, if something completely falls through.
Shout out to
Jory
Batesville,
Epstein
yes.
A lot of the ones that we've already been talking about. She mentions Pete Carroll, obviously, is a big focus here. She mentions how much Jerry has talked about Jason Witten as a good future head coach.
That's good.
There is an opportunity for some buzz to be kicked off this week.
Come on with it.
Depending on if, because I know he's supposed to. I don't know if that's going to go through or not. Deion Sanders is supposed to be here all this week.
It's going to create a crazy situation by Prime being here all this week, and we got the East-West Shrine Bowl that's going on. I believe the game is on Thursday, by the way. I may be at practice or some of the practices there. The main thing is it's not about, when you look at the East-West Shrine Bowl, it's not about who win the game or lose the game, but it's about them damn practices, right? How tall you are, how short you are, do you know how to use your hands, do you got good feet, do you play with leverage, those type of things we'll be looking at. So we'll get into that. Most certainly.
And he's supposed to be practicing up in North Texas, I believe, right now.
Travis Hunter was at the Mavs game the other night.
Yep. And you've got Shador Sanders, who's going to play in the East-West Shrine game. And Deion is supposed to be in attendance for that as well. That is the plan. I don't know if that's totally confirmed, but that is at least the plan.
Yeah.
I think that Deion being here present, Pete Carroll placing a phone call, or them having a conversation.
A little old peak on.
I think both of those factors might be enough for Jerry to just say, you know what, guys, why don't we just tap the brakes on trying to run this through? As long as this feels like it's taken, which is actually, there are other jobs that have taken longer. New Orleans is still out there. As long as this feels like it's taken.
New Orleans doesn't even sound close. Neither do the Raiders, do they?
As long as this is taken at this point, I think this
Raiders are supposedly talking about Pete Carroll.
I think we could still be looking at a week from now, we don't know who the head coach is. Because I think you've got enough factors out there that cause Jerry to go, hey, you know what, let's just slow down. We can talk about this for a sec. Why can't I just spend some time with Deion before I go ahead and make a coaching hire? Why can't I make a pitch?
No doubt. So he's going to try to, squeeze Deion when he get down here. It's hard to get away sometimes when you when you get a billionaire a hold of you, right? And they start saying, okay, I can provide this and that for you. And it goes to this right here. This will be the thing. And I shout out to my guy, Okoye. He's always bringing in that good knowledge and wisdom and understanding to the game. And Okoye, he would always use this analogy. And I'm going to ask you guys, and it's in the chat that's watching. Would you rather be a king for a day or a prince for a lifetime? Put that down in the chat. Would you rather be a king for a day or a prince for the lifetime? You know. Yeah. And that's the reality of it, you know. So when we look into this thing and we say this and we look at everything as it relates to the Dallas Cowboys heading into this 2025 season, would you rather be, from a coaching perspective, a king for a day or a prince for a lifetime? Okay? So a king for a day. And that's the reality that Dion is going to have to waver, right? Or leverage. I can be a prince for a lifetime in Colorado. They're going to forever serve me and give me the things that I'm going to bring to the table, because even if I just win 4 games out of a year, they're going to forever respect me, you know, because their program was winning 1 or 2 games every other year. Head coach Spagnola, OC. Head coach Spags, OC. Who's OC? Sydney, I appreciate you. Them all defensive guys. Jeez. Wait a minute. We're going to be running defensive plays. The head coach, man, it's so crazy I can't even read.
Take the money out!
Yeah. Prince got no responsibilities. Right. And most people want to conquer. Most men don't like to be relegated to not being able to conquer things. We are much more than conquerors. Have whoever heard of that before, right? So every king must want to stand in his own castle, and coming here, you're going to have to dim your light, because there's another light that's going to be a little bit brighter. Not a lot of guys are willing to take the lesser light approach, right? If I can say that. But Sydney, head coach Spagnola, offensive coordinator Al Harris, and DC Zim. Zim has been reported that he's out of it. You know, he's going to go and retire. You know, fish and get on his boat and be with his lady. You know, and there's 2 ways to look at it. You know, when you have a young tenderoni and you have a young thing, she's going to say, hey, pick a side. It's going to be more about me, or it's going to be more you in there studying and trying to look up tape, and you see how they treat you when you lose. I see your frustration. Come on, let's go and have the time of our lives. You know, he made enough money to have options where he can be in the Bahamas for the 6 months out of a year, right? And she can, you know, have the time of her life. She don't have to work anymore, right? So, and I'm not trying to put that on Zim of him reason why he's not willing to coach here. But, you know, it's one of those things. Slowik is now available. Give him a call. Well, Bobby Slowik, he fell off somewhere down the stretch of this year. People looked at Bobby Slowik differently, right? They did Zim dirty. Prince have some good music. Shout out to Prince, the artist, you know. May he rest in peace. Zimmer retired. I think that he's reflecting on retiring. You know, he's not a spring chicken. Hey, Matt Batten says, enjoy your life, Zim. You know, enjoy his life, enjoy his wife, and enjoy the other things, man. You know, shoot, it's difficult coaching over here, right? But in other news, there was things that have been reported that our guy said that he would like to coach, and his name is DeMarcus Ware. Who heard of that storyline? He said that he will be willing to coach, and that's a good thing. And if he bring that levels of stability here, I always like Dware. I think that he's a student of the game, always kept himself up in perfect health and shape and things of that nature. I think that Dware will be a great added value to this team. He said that if there is a situation and scenario by him being on this particular team, he'll be willing to help out. I think that would be a glorious thing for the Cowboys to have someone in the building like Dware. Let's listen to what he said.
I heard what you said. I'm not just going to leave
Talk
that
to me.
bread.
Talk to me,
I'm
Rick.
not going to let that breadcrumb just sit on the floor,
My ears
DeMarcus.
perked up there.
You want to coach? Is that what you want to? You want to be?
You know, I would probably, if I had an opportunity to coach like the linebackers, to go in there and do it the right way, I think that I can really make a huge impact with those guys in some type of capacity. I got to do it with the Denver Broncos, and they were number one at the time in pressures and doing the right things. And,
Listen properly.
You know what? Why not be able to sort of get back into these things and mentor some of these guys the right way and from a discipline standpoint, because I've done it my whole career.
So have you told this to Jerry? Have you told Jerry?
I have not.
Well,
I just told it to Rich. I told Rich.
Let's pass it along to Jerry. Because, so you like, let's say he hires Witten, you'd be his linebacker coach, or
No doubt. I would really consider that.
No doubt. So, I mean, I've seen DeMarcus Ware work out with Aaron Donald. I like, man, that's like donating to Bill Gates. You know, I've seen DeMarcus Ware work out with Myles Garrett. I've seen him work out with what's the other cat name that's on his team? Von Miller, of course. He helped Von Miller tremendously, and so I would really reach out to Dware and say, hey, you know, we got a guy named Parsons here, you know, and he needs some assistance. So let me just mute this one. Yeah. So if you look at what they are able to do, that's with Aaron Donald, you know, and that goes to show you how small Aaron is compared to Dware too. And I was sitting there like, man, you don't need to work with him. And yeah, he helped out a few times here, but it wasn't on a longer term as it relates to consistency. So if you look at that, I know for sure he's heads and shoulders way ahead of Scott McCurley. That's why it's crazy to me that this particular team should have all of the resources to have everybody and anybody to have the best of the best here. Yeah, we should have all of that. There's no reason of having a Scott McCurley here. And shout out to Paul Gunter. He helped us out tremendously. But a couple years removed, we should have been had Dware here. We should have. Look, don't y'all know that we should have been had him here? That's all I can say with that. Hey, jeez. So one of those things, if you bring him in, let him be your linebackers coach. And let's just bring back everybody, man. Shoot. Anybody and everybody who want to be a linebackers coach, let them be it, you know. Ken Norton, I know he's over there in Washington. But we should have been had these boys that's willing to coach back here in the Cowboys world, right? Yeah, that requires spending money. This is Toxic Tom. He ain't lying, you know.
Take the money out.
Yeah, shoot. That dude requires money being spent. And the way things are, man, we don't like to spend it. But speaking of spending money, I see we got over 400 people in the building. Thank y'all. Love y'all to the stars and back. Be sure on your way in, if you tap in with Underdog Fantasy, use promo code LAW. If y'all want to keep the lights on, y'all wanted me to have better sound, better equipment, being able to get on the road, being able to fly here and there and work for you all, because I work for the nation. I work for Cowboys Nation to this degree too, you know. So you guys do me a huge favor. Download UnderdogFantasy.com and jump in on this and utilize promo code LAW. We done already got our selections in, and if you did it earlier, they had this run, and I'm already locked in, so they can't change it up on me now. They got Saquon Barkley at 147 now. If you jumped in earlier and you followed the nation, they had it at 124. So I'm winning. I know for sure Saquon is going to run north of 124 yards because he's their weapon. They ain't going to throw it on Washington because they don't got a quarterback they can throw over there. But if you use promo code LAW, boy, you find yourself in a great situation.
Take the money out. All of it. Come on.
wasting my time now. Come on.
Yeah. Peebo from Dallas says, Kellen looks like a 15-year-old, 38-year-old player, a coach, I guess, put coach on there. Yeah, it is what it is, man. All right. So with that being said, one other topic that I want to bring up, shout out to everybody, man, on this beautiful Friday. I just think that this Cowboys team, if it is shot, it's not going to be the end of the world, but it's still going to be a lot of growing pains for one. Two, the unknown, the uncertainty. Appreciate my guy Skywalker for shouting me out yesterday on the show, man. That dude is doing unbelievable work there. Shout out to everybody with their growth. I'm seeing Vach Lombardi on Cowboys.com. I'm seeing Aisha getting promoted here and there. I'm seeing my guy Jeff Kavanaugh keeping it real always, man. So we as a Cowboys collective, man, we doing a great job. And speaking of Cowboys collective, be sure to check out our episodes on Wednesdays. We doing some unbelievable work there. But I want to play this clip right here to bring forth some of these other expectations.
Joe, I think I might know the answer to this, but in light of that and kind of the, frankly, depression that Cowboys fans are experiencing right now online, which, we'll talk about the validity of that later, but does this surprise you at all that Jerry didn't make kind of a crazy move or maybe like say, you know what, let's actually bring in Dion for an interview or let's bring in this guy for an interview and shock the system a little bit or no?
So I am surprised that he did not cast a wider net if we are done now. I am shocked, right? For nothing more than appearances. I am shocked at that because I do think that having to sit and stew and watch his two NFC East mates go at it for the NFC Championship, you would think that it would at least create a willingness to make sure that you see everything that you can in terms of what's out there. Whether or not you make that decision or not matters not, but you would at least go on that fact-finding mission. And especially, bringing in a guy like, and I'm not saying that Cliff Kingsbury would have been a great coach, but he is having great success. Why don't you just bring him in just to get a feel for what he's doing now and how he has evolved as a coach? Why don't that costs nothing? It costs nothing, and why you wouldn't do that boggles my mind. Aaron Glenn played for your team. All you got to do is listen to Aaron talk. This guy can motivate men in that locker room. And listen, I don't know what Brian Schottenheimer is going to be able to do. None of us know what he's going to be able to do. But I do know this. Those players pay attention, and they know that he is not the best candidate available, or other teams would have been interested in him. And if they have that in the back of their mind, as soon as this thing starts to go the wrong way, it will continue to do so. Bank on it.
Bank on it, man. The man's spitting the truth. Want to share this part of it, and he mentioned Cliff Kingsbury. This is going to hurt a few of you guys, right? Because there's two ways we can look at this. When you stand with mama and them, like you stand with pops, they have rules and they may want things a certain way. They may want the furniture to be set a certain way. But then when you get your own place, you set up the things that you wanted, right? And then you may take some positive that families did, and then you may take the negatives and take them out, and you may have your own design. That's the whole point of being an independent or stand on your own too, right? So when and I'm not campaigning for Dan Quinn here or what have you. I know Darius somewhere rubbing his hands like Birdman, but what I'm saying is that sometimes even as a head coach, former head coach, going somewhere else, it opened up your eyes on your pitfalls, on your shortcomings, on your, hey, I didn't do it right this way. And Cliff is learning that. The most important thing that the Washington team was able to do is go out there and replicate to a degree of what Detroit Lions did. They went and got former players or coaches to be in the building. Cliff, former head coach. Anthony Lynn, former head coach, right? So that you can tie in the loose ends. But what I'm getting at is this right here. Hold on.
Cliff Kingsbury, if you wanted to be a head coach again.
Do you want to be a head coach again?
Yeah, I'm sure at some point.
yeah, it's some.
Hey, I didn't know that brother voice deeper than mine. Barry Whitecliff Kingsbury. Yeah, that brother got a deep voice. Let's listen.
Point.
Do you plan to interview for jobs this year?
I won't comment on that, but yeah, we'll see how everything plays out. But I'm very happy here. Yeah, this has been an awesome place and has really helped me kind of rekindle my love for the sport.
And last one, but what did you learn from your first stint, and what would you be
looking
for?
Yeah, I think the first one, I didn't know what I didn't know, really. Coming from college, I had bounced around on teams as a player, but not as a coach on any level. And so to come in there, I don't think I set the foundation the way I would do it after watching DQ and how he set the foundation from day one. And it was, these are the standards. This is what we won't compromise. This is what we're going to be. I definitely could have done a better job of that. And kind of once you don't lay it out like that, it's hard to put it back in. You know, it's hard to kind of reset it. And I think that's where he's done such a great job. It's like, this is what we're going to be from day one. There was no ifs, ands, or buts, and the guys bought in, and he's led in an incredible way by
I asked Commanders offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury if he wanted to be a head coach again.
All right, so that was that guy's video there, and out of respect to this channel, what have you, I'm gonna share that link. So, boy, that boy got a deep voice, man. Yeah, and remember, jeez, Cliff, he learned, man, and click that link right there so that you can watch the interview on your own time or what have you. Two ways. When you have your meetings with your coaches, I'm quite sure Dan Quinn looked at Cliff looked at Dan and said, hey, man, we both were hot commodities, man, from coaching things and like that. And you had high praises being a head coach in Atlanta, going over to being a DC at the Dallas Cowboys. And Cliff, shoot, you had high praises coming from college, coaching over here for the Cards and having a first-round draft pick with a quarterback. You know, what can we do to get this stuff right? And they probably sip on their Mai Tais or whatever they did, and they put in work. Sometimes it takes you moving to another location to realize your faults. And Dan Quinn could have saw that. Cliff could have saw that. But I'm thinking that there's a situation. I didn't know that. Y'all telling me that, Slowik got fired. Oh, okay. But let me get to this point right here before I get down on this Slowik information. I think Cliff is looking at it like, man, let me just get my feet wet for another 2 or 3 years. And then I get back on the open market. Or next year. So I don't think Cliff will be willing to leave something that he's learning from. But remember one of the things that he said on that clip. I regained my love for the game again. So that's how I look at that. All right, so the Bobby Slowik thing. Let me see. The Texans, man, they were hit with a lot of injuries, right? And Bobby was a guy that a lot of people were looking at, and he is a Shanahan tree, right? He's a part of the Shanahan tree. I would say this. Bobby Slowik was the quote unquote Ben Johnson hype before the start of the season. Let me repeat this. Bobby Slowik was the quote-unquote Ben Johnson hype before the start of the season. And I don't know where Eastside Harold is at. I hope all is well with him. You know, we troll each other, but, man, I don't know where Eastside Harold is at, man. It seems like we lost a brother, man. And he disappeared ever since that.
when you like this, Daddy.
He disappeared once that Diddy news hit. So, man, all I can say is, Eastside Harold, we got the last laugh over here. But neither here nor there. Bobby Slowik on the open market with the creativity, even though he got fired in Texans land. I would love LOVA. Love to have Bobby Slowik here as the offensive coordinator. Yeah. I would love to have, not as a head coach though, but it will open up room because most people don't do lateral deals, right? Yeah, I would love to have Bobby Slowik here. I guess you would still have Schottenheimer, Schotty. But yeah, I would love to, come on up. As that boy said, Bubba Dub, trash, but come here. Yeah, come on here, So I would love, I don't care what they parted ways for. I don't care what reason why. If it's one of those sex tapes or something like that, we got Jerry Jones. Look at Rich Dalrymple. We can cover it up. Bring his tail here, outside of touching boys and little girls. But yeah, bring him here. Yeah, bring him here. I would love to see some type of creativity. And even though their defense 10th ranked, offense 17th ranked, and they had a slew of injuries, you had somebody, believe it or not, given that this is the reality of it. The reality, not but the reality of it is that I want you guys to go in. Oh, what did Jane Slater say? Damn it, Jane. Why you gonna bust my bubble like that? Hold on, let me pull up her tweet. But let me just say this. I can still get my point out even though the Cowboys are not interested, right? Look up C.J. Stroud's comp. look up C.J. Stroud's comp. And their line, and there was the offensive line was terrible. Yeah. Hold on. Let me pull up Jane Slater. Shout out to Jane. Yeah. Boy, that just when the news gonna get the newsing. I'm pulling up the news right now. The breaking news. All right, so she says, whoa. A major change in Houston. The Texans are moving on from offensive coordinator Bobby Slowik. Sources say after an up and down offensive season, despite reaching divisional round, Coach DeMeco Ryans hopes for more. Offensive line coach Chris Strouser is also out. I don't mind a good offensive. Look. This would be the case in the scenario. Knowing the Dallas Cowboys, where my clown music at? Come on, where my clown music at? Come on, clown music starting 2 or 3. All right, come on with it. This is what the Cowboys would do. The Cowboys will literally say that they are not interested in Bobby Slowik, but they are interested in the offensive line coach. Yeah. We won't get Bobby Slowik, y'all. The offensive line coach coming to Dallas.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Let me know if I'm lying, baby. Breaking news, the Cowboys. Yo, come on, where them clowns at, baby? That's what we would do. We would get the. Come on with it. Yeah. Watch he stop. What's going on with this video? Come on with it, man. Where my clowns at? Jerry! 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 Oh my gosh, boy. I'm laughing to keep from crying, baby. Yeah. Oh my gosh, man. That's a classic, man, going triple platinum, man. But before we get anything going, she states, and yes, she checked, Cowboys won't be calling. Matter of fact, looking at James Slater right here, man, let's go get James Slater, man. Come on, man. Look at that tackle right there. Come on. Let's go get James Slater. Let's go get her. You know, come on, Jay. We'll get James Slater on the line. Come on with it. Come on with it.
Y'all killing me with this.
Jeez. Woo. Man. Damn. There you go, girl.
Oh, you're good, Jane. You're good.
Jeez, man. All right, man. This is crazy, man. Yeah, Ashley Jane Slater. Let's get her on team, man. Let me get the trifecta going over here. Oh my gosh, man. Somebody said, let's go get Bobby Carpenter. Come on, let's tune it up. And if you somehow listening to this news, right, and you saying to yourself, man, it can't get any worse, and then you driving and somebody T-bone you off of 35 somewhere, and you still survived and everything, all you got to do is hit my people up.
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk to Gene Burkett, a 30-year partner. You're not going to talk to some employee that just got put on the phones that day.
There are things that are so crucial, especially if it's a cataclysmic event, to have our experts get out and look at the vehicle, witness statements, photos, the whole thing.
Call Frenkel first. Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance company. Call Frenkel
That's
first.
214-817 and all of the threes your heart can desire to dial, and you'll get someone of the kind of caliber of FrankelFirm.com. You can go there too, and they have over 100 years. Over 100 years of experiences. That's a lot. On top of that, they're located here in the heart of Dallas. Be sure to check out Frenkel and Frenkel, personal injury lawyers. They will take great care of you. The hotline for your mind is 657-390-7391. Come on with it. Keep it off the books, baby. From the 281. Slow rolling. You're live, man. 281. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me, man.
What's going on, Lars? I try to tell you, I watch you every day, man. This Dallas Cowboys stuff depressing as hell, bro.
Hey, man. I know, man, but do I bring some excitement to the table at least?
Yeah, man, you bring it, but hell, it make you want to just jump on a damn grenade, bro. Really, man. I mean, hell, it's just depressing because we already know it's going to be the same shit. It's been the same stuff for a whole 34 years.
Right.
It's going to be the same stuff over and over. It's like a continuous motion, man.
Yeah.
We chasing our tail. You know,
We are.
and Jerry Jones and them, they don't care until they really care until we start not going to the games and buying the merchandise. But hell, that ain't gonna never happen because we got loyal fans. Cowboys fans are
Loyal
fans. No
fans.
matter.
There's more casual fans than there are. You know what I'm saying? The true diehard fans. So diehard fans is only a small percentage. But the casual fans, like when I was out there at the start in Frisco, the Oxnard, some people got it like that. Some people shoot $25, $50. Ain't nothing to them, man. They wipe their backside with that. So that's why Jerry know how to target market. You know what I'm saying? So he targeted that area. The average income per capita there in Oxnard is unbelievable, bro. You can't work at Walmart and McDonald's living in Oxnard. You can't do that. But go ahead, bro.
Hey, man, I'm going to tell you this. Will McCray contract is up.
Yep.
At the draft, when the draft. Watch
Yeah.
he leave. Watch he leave because they won't give him the GM position.
No.
Then
No.
they, you know, so watch him leave. He gonna leave, man.
Yeah.
He can go somewhere else and build a team and then get credit for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He gonna leave. He gonna leave, man. I just want to talk to you for a minute, man.
Yeah.
Man,
I feel you, bro.
know, like I say, that shit is just depressing, bro. You know, I ain't even gonna lie to you, but you bring it.
Hey, I
You
tried,
bring it,
man.
then-
Look, I tried,
And
man.
then, hey, and then one show over with, then we start crying again. You know, so shit, it is what it is, bro. But
Appreciate
you have
you,
a
man.
good one, man. God bless you, bro.
Likewise, man. You know, that's why people say, don't leave, long, keep going, man. Shit.
Dread it.
Run from
it. Destiny arrives all the same.
It shouldn't be like that, though, man. I don't like losing, man. The Joneses are in love with it. Like, all money ain't good money. Think about it, man. Can y'all just think about it? You being a billionaire. There's millions of things you can do, Jerry. You old. There's millions of things you can do. You can go on trips. You can go on fantasy islands. You and Gene. Y'all can do. Y'all can go buy other projects. Y'all can go out there, start feeding the poor. You can do it. You can do everything but do this cowboy stuff. You can still get the credit. He was still the craziest thing. You would still get the credit. If the Cowboys hire, let's say the Cowboys hire Bill Parcells. When they did hire him. And step back and Bill Parcells running his organization and franchise, and he get us 2 or 3 more Super Bowls. They would credit Jerry Jones. He would still get the credit. Oh my gosh, man. We gave him some credit, man, for the Jimmy Johnson. That was literally just a few years ago. People were still saying that Jimmy Johnson, man, he didn't really do all of that law. They really it really was like, hey, man, Jerry was responsible for it. Dog, he still get the credit, man. Come on, man. But it's still the same thing over and over again. But the craziest thing of saying what James Slater did was cut our, gonads off before we even get a chance to have them to drop, is for her to literally say, oh, the Cowboys not interested. Why would you even, look, you could have at least, they could at least, when she called Jerry Steven on the flip phone, they could at least say, yeah, we'll keep him under consideration. But to just dismiss it, oh, no, we not even worried about Bobby Slowik. Like he wasn't a hot guy as it relates to offensive creativity. Brilliancy, and he's part of the branch of the trees that we can't beat almost, and that's Kyle Shanahan. So that's how crazy this Looney Tune stuff is, man. Oh my gosh, man! I got my guy Dr. Q. Hold tight. I got 2 super chats that we're gonna read out because I want to make sure I get y'all representation.
Take the money out, all of it. Come on! You're wasting my time now.
Appreciate you, Tony Brown 916. Appreciate you, billionaires with a team this shitty. Jerry needs to stop playing. Right. Let me run the team, Jerry. Shoot. I need for everybody to tweet Elon Musk to tell him, man, you can't buy the Cowboys. You don't have enough money. Because I know Elon, he will buy the Cowboys and just sit back somewhere. It'd be computers everywhere and people taking your identification and stuff like that. But at least you won't get somebody meddling and being crazy, and that's just what it is. Give Al Harris a chance from David. Yeah. Shoot, yeah, give him a chance, man. Shoot, let him do his particulars, because at the end of the day, this is why I don't give a dog if Elon did all of this. Hell, I've seen everybody do that now, that same gesture. I don't give a dog about that. he just trolling. David, give Al Harris a chance. $1.99 for your mind. Come on with it.
Take the money out, all of
I bet you him doing that gesture is no worse than what Jerry been doing, my subjects. Look, this is Elon. I just can't help it. Everyone, don't do what? Elon, that, So if you challenge him, if you challenge Elon and them and say, hey man, you can't buy the Cowboys, you can't do it. I tell you, that's his personality. I'm gonna start hitting Elon up and say, man, you can't buy the Cowboys. You don't have enough money for America's team. Come on, man. Yeah, I think things gonna change, man. Come on. Elon will buy this team and flip the stadium around so many ways. Come on with it. Shoot. We'll have a stadium in LA, we have a stadium in Texas, we have a stadium, he'll just put a stadium somewhere in Alabama somewhere. We'll just go everywhere. Whatever we desire, man. We will have all of the best coaches from the 210 UN. Dr. Q, talk to me, man. What's going on?
Hey, Miss Brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Funny ass show today, boss. I gotta say that. Funny. Everything about it is funny, bro. But hey, man, I just want to hit on a few things. I'm gonna talk kind of fast. There's several things I want to hit. So, I've been a fan since I was 10, which was 1973. So, 1973. So, I actually, Jerry bought the team 16 years after I actually started watching football with my granddad. So, but, always gonna love the Cowboys. But, man, Cowboys fans, we do get delusional, man. We think that we won a game in the third quarter. So I don't understand that. You hit the nail on the head. The guy, Daniels from the Sports Channel, was completely correct, 100% correct. They're not winning anything because Jerry won a puppet. I think I think if the Giants make 3 moves in the draft or free agency on offense, man, we might. I hope this doesn't happen. Could end up being the 4th best team in the division, which would suck. Right. Because they just have ugly offense. I say mess up dysfunctional at its best. Our team, I'm gonna name these off. No head coach, no sign of Micah Parsons. Free agency March 5th, we're gonna fuck it up. April draft, we'll fuck it up.
Right.
And then, like I said, they're gonna wait and sign Micah 2 days before the season starts, which is a disaster. You need personnel. Jerry Jones will not hire. There was a chart you put up that showed the top. I think it was the top 7 or top 10 paid coaches. And Mike McCarthy wasn't even in the top 10, so that tells you he's not paying over $4 million. But when you look at it, he took the team 12-5, 3 years. Those coaches above him, some of them didn't make the playoffs, but they're in the $10 million, $11 million range. Jerry likes that $4 million range as it pertains to coaches. I know a lot of our fans, we're talking with emotions right now. We want to see. My man that was talking to linebacker Ware, we want to see Witten, we want to see this. Bro, you got to get the head coach. Yeah. Get the head coach first. You don't want to bring them players in because now you're talking about emotions. Hey, let's do it this way. I think we should do it that way. And you're going to have dysfunctional there. Let's focus on the offensive coach next year. And then I wouldn't be surprised if they revisit the whole Rex Ryan thing to run your defense. I don't know how I feel about that. We have a tendency to let coaches walk out the door, i.e. Dan Quinn. So we have no one to blame but ourselves. Actually, the Joneses have no one to blame but themselves, should I say. And then last thing, Law, I'm gonna hit because some hit on this, man. Someone talked about. Let me break this down. Someone called in and talked about affirmative action. I'm with you too as well. I don't like affirmative action, but you got to understand what it is, okay? Affirmative action was implemented in 1965 by Lyndon B. Johnson. Right. It was not to just help blacks. It was to help blacks, Spanish, Korean, everybody that was non-white, right? But let me tell you who really benefited from affirmative action: white women, because back in those days, they was competing for warehouse jobs. That's why Lyndon B. Johnson put in affirmative action. But what the white guys was doing that ran at those warehouse jobs, they said, they put a word in there called gender. So now you take the wives out of the house to take the jobs and you send them to college. That's who benefited from affirmative action. When someone said the other day, I just got off the phone with you, I was like, he doesn't know anything about what the hell he's talking about.
Right.
Affirmative action wasn't there to help black people. It helped white women benefited from affirmative action. I just want everybody to know that, man. But I don't know what we're going to do. Like I said, we need personnel, bro, but you got to get this head coach help. I don't even know who they go to now, man, because everybody that I thought would bring some oomph to your team are now linked to other teams like Aaron Glenn's and all of those football guys, man, football guys. So I don't know where the Cowboys go from here. I don't know, bro. It's just a wait and see, and hopefully, they can pull a goal out of this and get this thing right, man. But the way they move, like I said, I still truly believe this, Law. I don't see them going anywhere, man, until them Joneses disappear.
Big facts, man.
And we know that's not going to happen, bro, because the money's too good. So I just don't see it. But like I said, I got to continue to follow them, man, because I've been watching them since 1973, bro, at the age of 10. So
man.
It's in my blood, bro. It's in my blood. So hopefully we'll get it right, brother.
Man, we all hoping, man. Appreciate you, man, and thank you for your call,
right,
in, bro. That's Dr. Q, man. Yes, indeed, from the 210. Yeah, we need change. And it's not going to happen until we get somebody forced up out of here, man. Jay Dez, man, appreciate you.
Take the money out, all of it. Come on. You're wasting my time now. Come on.
Yes, indeed. Lord, we mess around and be the worst team in the conference next year with the Clown Jones family. Come on with it. He ain't lying.
Sacrifice.
So we going to have to, man, whether it's Jeff Bezos, how you say that man's name, offer him. Sure, we have some books up in here. This brother became a billionaire by selling books, right? And then, of course, he leveraged some things around. But give Jeff a chance, man. Let's give one of these multi-billionaires. We won't be talking about this, hey, we don't know if we can afford to have certain coaches here and these sorts of things. So it's the reality of all of that. And Willie T, I'm not a sellout, man. I'm just teaching y'all, man, these things, And I want you to do me a huge favor. Huge favor. Look up the original meaning of the swastika and let me know what you come up with, because that meaning for what it's really originally for was for good, for positive, for growth, and it's for the original culture of where it came from. So if you look that up, then you will see that thing and that image was here 6,000 years before someone made it a negative connotation. But the power within the confines of those angles, and I'm speaking from a higher level with this particular situation on y'all. My third eye been open for a long time, is the concept of it is still on the positive orientations of it, but you get a group of people to take it and make it a negative. But the positive orientations or the positive meaning of it is still there. Come on with it. So I got the next caller on the line from the hotline, boy, from the 860, man. You're live on the nation, man. Talk to me, man. Talk to me, man. Come on with it.
Lord VIP, baby. I don't know if we're talking politics, affirmative action. But you know what? Let me touch you on that. Because I like what Doc was spitting, and what he left out of that is what the origin of schools was actually based on that. They based the origin of why they made schools through the warehouses.
Come on, woo!
No, that's the origin of schools. So the origin of schools were based on warehouse workers.
Yeah.
That system hasn't changed.
Come on with it.
So you're expecting a billionaire Jerry to change, and he's absolutely right about affirmative action.
Yeah.
See, what they did with affirmative action is the same thing the Cowboy Nation is getting. They got that carrot, and they waved the carrot in front of the civil rights and said, hey, this affirmative action for you. But in reality, who benefited from the affirmative actions was white women.
Yeah.
And that was to get them in the playing field. So yeah, we're not gonna go into all that, Law, but I love to hear that third eye on Sharp. So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But going back to my clown shit show. Excuse me.
No, you're good.
My clown shit show is what I'm living. That's why I mean, brought in law. I don't even know the substance of what we're talking about anymore because we're actually on a train of a shit show. And that's
We are.
from shout out to I got that from my boy Unleashed, man. Shout out to my guy Unleashed. but yeah, no, because Lord, I'm really confused. What's going on, Lord? Like we won't interview real coaches. We want another yes man. We want another clapper. That's what
we want. Yeah. And then when you get something that's available, like a Bobby Slowik, that comes from a tree that you haven't been able to chop down, why not? Why not go get that tree? At least you have them on. At least you have them on our side. You know what I'm saying?
At least, if nothing, Law, for OC. If you're not going to offer him, at least bring him in as an OC. So at least you can bring him in the building and be like, you know what? Let me interview you for a coach and an OC because I don't know where I'm going with this. Woo. You heard? And it's like Law. It's like we really like. I don't know if he stopped caring.
Right.
If Jerry really don't care anymore because they're going to make their $1 billion off the Cowboy flag regardless of what we do at this point.
Facts.
So I know rich people, until you affect their bottom line, which is their revenue, they could give a damn. We could come on here, call him the clown. You could put 1,000 clickbait to the clown. He laughs at it.
You ain't lying. But let me say this, though, before I let you go, VIP. Before I let you go, let me say this piece, too. 2 ways you can do it. You hurt their bottom line, or you give them so much of the thing that they want that they walk away. There's a price tag to everything, right? So Jerry might have built this business to 12 to 13 billion. Maybe the price tag is 15 billion. Maybe the price tag is 20 billion, 30 billion. I don't know. But stories have it that, hey, he owed the Saudi Arabia's people money, Saudi money. You know what I'm saying? He owed the Saudi money. So maybe he got to pay off debt. That's why we don't see him really using cash spent or doing things of making sense on this logic of spending money.
Because coaches aren't under the cap, right? Like whatever you pay a coach, that's out your pocket.
Yeah, that's out your pocket, man. It's crazy.
So you trying to tell me this billionaire, when he got Texas wrapped around his fingers, he don't got some slush money? But he had some because Shorty girl that he was talking to that was in the news, she got that awfully silent, Lord. You don't even hear a peep from that, Lord.
Yeah. His outside child. Yeah, I'm not going to get super personal with it, but I'm going to say this, though. She deserved to have a piece of anything and everything that's happening over there at the Star. Man, I appreciate you so much for calling in, VIP.
Lord, I was trying to get in yesterday, but I'm going to end off with this, Lord. I made a song for Slurpee. It's called When I See You. When I see you. But I'm going to leave it alone, Lord. I'm going to put it on my Instagram. It's going to be nice. I made a nice Slurpee song because I don't know, is Slurp all right? Did anybody check on Slurp? It's been a minute since we heard from Slurp. He might have got slurped up. I'm just saying, Lord.
You crazy as cat out. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling in, Chief. You have a good day and a better tomorrow.
How about them Cowboys, Lord? I ain't a killer, but don't push me.
No doubt, man. He ain't no killer, but don't push him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at him. Got a super chat to help grow and support the nation. David for the $1.99 for your mind. Jerry looks like a clown on the Spawn movie. Yeah, you ain't lying though, but appreciate you so much.
Take the money out!
David, appreciate you.
Come on! Wasting my time now, come on!
Come on. I got the next caller on the hotline for your mind. I got Troy, then I got the 713, and hold tight the next caller. But Troy from the 346, you in the mix. Talk to you, boy. Once.
What's going on, Lars?
Twice. Okay, what's good, bro? What you got?
It's good. Hey, I wanted to touch base on something I heard Broadus talking about. He's been mentioning a lot lately on
right.
The status of what Mike Zim is feeling and how he's feeling kind of brushed over and overlooked and those type of things. And I would say this to that. A person that knows something is theirs, that God had it for them, is not gonna sit around and wait for somebody to come and ask them if this is their shit.
Right.
You're gonna go in there and you're gonna say, this is my shit.
It's mine.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can't have a person like the old Seahawk coach get on the phone
Pete Carroll,
and have
yeah.
a couple Pete Carroll have a 5-second conversation and get into the whole head coaching race, even though he didn't take it, but he got in the race that easy. So I'm just saying, man, Zim needs to speak up for himself, man. He needs to go into the office or call Jerry, however he want to do it, man, and make that claim for himself.
Yeah.
Because the offense is going to be all right, man. We got Dak, bro. Whoever Dak gets off in there as the coordinator, bro, he's going to work with him. Dak has progressively advanced and gotten better every year. Every year. You give him a run game, man, he's going to be all right. But that defense, hey, man, if we don't get that defense right, if we take Shoddy over Zim,
yeah,
man, y'all tripping.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you for calling in, Troy, man. Your audio, man, is terrible, man. But I appreciate you, though. Good points, though. Good points, but terrible audio. But, yeah, it's good. It's good. All right, bro. Troy with some great points there. You got to be able to be on the level where you declare and decree things, you know. I don't know if Pete Carroll used the Cowboys thing as leverage so that he can get the attention. You know, the Jones effect is a real thing. Look it up. And other teams probably looking at it like, well, we don't consider Pete Carroll. But if he is pretty much maybe going to the Cowboys, let us jump in front of that. So, but the thing is with Zim and someone forcing him to speak up and he's long in the tooth, that's not happening if he got to have someone else. His personality should have always been, hey, I'm the head coach. I got head coach potentials. I should be in the mix just as much as Pete Carroll or just as much as anyone else. And just like what my guy said, Mike McCarthy, just like anything, I should be sought out as a great candidate as well. I should be a strong candidate, right? We got a super chat, and is a Sanjay with a great super chat.
Take the money out, all of it. Come on, you're wasting my time now.
He says, for the $4.99, Jerry children don't have billions of dollars. The only way they get the actual value of the Cowboys is when it is sold and cash is transferred. Yeah. Got to look at it like that. Ooh, boy, you good. Boy, you good. Kind of like, in the state of Texas, you technically, you can, but you can't take out equity out for your home until you buy or till you sell it, right? So you can be at your house and you can take out a loan of your own money, but that's a whole nother conversation. I don't want to get too deep with that. But you can't get the true value of your home value until you sell it, right? So, yeah, you could be sitting at a house that's worth, let's say, $800,000. You bought the house back in the days for $200,000, $250,000, right? So that money that you have in the house, you can always loan against it, but to get the tangible equity out of it, you got to sell it, right? So I get, Sanjay, you very smart guy, So just because something is valued at $12 billion, their name is good for it, right? So Jerry's son, Charlotte's Jr. and all of this, they can literally go to any bank and say, I want $400,000. How you going to get, I'm Jerry Jones, I need $400 million. Hey, I'm owner of Jerry Jones Sweets, what have you. So yeah. So you're right. So technically, they are not worth billions until they sell the team and they split it 33 and a third way or whatever. Yeah. So you're right. And knowing that family, if they're greedy like that, they will set up something for that lady, the outside child. You know what I'm saying? Not to get a piece of it, because. Here's why I look at the character of it all. The character, I'm not talking about them personally. But you mean to tell me Charlotte, Stephen Jones, and Jerry Jr., none of them said, you know what, regardless of the situation, that's our sister. We embrace her with warm arms. Hey, we wouldn't want that to happen. Look, that's my sister. But they all three looked at it because they kind of selfish to the degree. They all three was like, well, They didn't make no public statement. They didn't say, yeah. You know, I would love to have a brother from the outside. I'm like, hey, Papa was a Rolling Stone. Hey, you might not grow up in the same household, but my brother, hey, that's my brother right there. But them, on the other end, they don't even support her. They looking at her like, so you mean to tell me we're going to have to split it 4 ways now? It just hit me. Boy, Sanjay, maybe the Joneses' offspring is all about the money. From the 713, what you got for me, man? What you got for me?
Hey, how you doing, Long, man?
What's good with you, man?
Okay, I'm going to be short and quick.
Go ahead.
And everybody's talking about Jerry Jones, the problem. Want
Right.
to tell you who the problem is?
Go ahead. Who's the problem?
We the problem as fans.
Oh, we the
Say,
people.
man.
The people are the problem.
We are the biggest problem as fans because a billionaire don't respect nothing but money. And if his bottom dollar not being affected, that man not going to change nothing. We stay running to these games. We buy all the merch. And I'm a diehard fan.
Yeah.
So I'm going to always watch. But
Yeah.
there's some things that we can do to eliminate the things that help his pocket. And we not doing that as fans. But we want this big change of Jerry. And, man, not going to change until the bottom dollar being affected. When that be affected, you'll see a big change. But, man, Law, I just want to say that because I'm tired of everybody talking about Jerry the problem. In life, you got to take accountability. We the problem as fans. And he know that. That man sits somewhere in his office laughing. Like, shit, I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to keep doing the same thing. And that's what it is. It's just like, when we run the street with women, man, she can cry wolf, and we know she ain't going nowhere. If she pack her bag and walk out that door, hey, all right, I'm good. All right, I'm going to do it no more.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
That's the only time you going to get right.
But the only thing is, you got to embarrass Jerry, though. You got to embarrass him, but he got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Yeah, it's going to be hard, man.
If one game this year coming up show up and the fans are like scattered, you can see seats, man, Jerry will go crazy. I'm telling you, but he never seen that. So why would he change? He know his stand's going to be full every year, regardless of the product he put on the field, the coaches he put on the field, it's going to be the same. So I think I think like Jerry. Why would I change?
Let me ask you this. You got some good points, fam.
Yeah.
After an embarrassing loss or after any loss, damn, you speak too much truth. Who is the only person that get upset? Have you ever? No. We get upset, but have you ever seen a video of Stephen Jones being upset?
Right.
Have you ever seen a video of Jerry Jr. or Charlotte?
Nah.
But you do see Jerry upset. So to a degree, Jerry, like you say, Jerry is part of the problem, but I think the offsprings are a majority of the problem too. Because they don't give a dog. They don't give a dog.
Listen, Law, I've been saying this for years and years now. R.I.P. to my older brother. Like, we just ain't got on the YouTube, but I swear to God, we big draft, we do the draft stuff. And I had put him on to you and Twister King and
Botch.
Anyway, what me and him always say, the Cowboys gonna get worse once Jerry passed. Cause that son here, Steven, he is that boy is the devil. He the worst. We gonna really be crying wolf when he get it. I'm telling you, man, it gonna be bad when Steven take control. It's nothing gonna happen. Anything that we do get a little bit of, Jerry really do that, And that's what I would say as fans. We gotta come collective and show him, hey, man, we love the team too much. We ain't finna just keep letting you do us like this.
Man, come on with it, man. I appreciate you for calling in, Smooth.
Okay.
Appreciate you, man.
All right, man. Thank you, Law.
Thank you, man. Good call, man. I hate to say that we are the problems, It's too many of us. It's too many of us, man. It's too many Cowboy fans. I mean, I could start a movement. We could try to do the fire Jerry thing, and Jerry's not going to sit down and step away. It goes back to self-preservations until he get to $140 million. That's where he started off at. He's at billion. So as far as the revenue value of this particular team. So he's not going to get to that point or to that degree of moving out the way or changing. I'll never forget, man. We all been broke, busted, and disgusted. And a true story. I once, I think it was like 05, 06, right before I graduated from Jackson State. I was staying at these apartments off campus, and me and my cousin, we had the split apartment. Right, he had his side, I had my side, and he upped and left. Went to Mississippi State, and I'm sitting there like, hey, what you gonna do? You wear your side of the rent. So what he did was he left me strung out and dry. But he had this girl to move in with me, and she thought she was gonna stay scot-free. And that didn't work because look, you fine and all, but I need this rent due. Rent due. Just you being fine, I ain't gonna be able to pay the note. And my cousin left me with you supposed to pay half of the note. So bills got far behind, and she had to get her behind up out of there because she wasn't bringing in money. But I'm getting to this point right here. In that apartment, not just I had the apartment note, there was another note that I had. Who remember Best Way? I had these damn furniture and stuff that I had in there. And to make a longer story short, which note are you going to pay first? Are you going to pay the note for your apartment, or are you going to pay the note for the furniture? And I was like, they can come calling. I put them jokers, I think it was Best Way Furniture or Rent-A-Way or Rent-A-Center or something. You rent to own, one of those type of things. And you know what your boy did? You can embarrass me all days by putting notes and stuff on the door. But shoot, I got to pay this rent by myself. And then, to make a longer story short, brother got short because I'm working as a security job at Sacaritas. They call it Securitas. I'm working there, going to school, coming back, trying to put in some hours and stuff so I can pay this rent. Boy, it was rough timing, rough sledding. But to make a longer story short, they can put all of the letters they want, talking about, hey, we coming to take this furniture. I done already changed the locks. Had deadbolts on that thing. I didn't have the original apartment keys because they tried to go to the landlord and say, okay, let's get in here. The landlord left notes on the door. Yeah, they can embarrass me all I want, but I'll sneak around because I work night shift, sneak around, go right back into my house through the back, through the back or through the front. Shoot, boy. It took me forever to shoot. Rent first. Rent was always first. And then I got tough times. What a true story. It was Rent-A-Center. Yeah, shout out to you, Stone G. It was Rent-A-Center. Don't ever do Rent-A-Center, boy. It took me 10 years to pay off that damn couch. You know what I'm saying? They were worth $500, boy. Yeah, it took me 10 years to pay off that couch because I owed them. I didn't want to know my credit. Boy, I got good credit now. But boy, it was a rough time and rough sledding. But you got to set your priorities together. So we can talk about, for Jerry Jones, we're going to boycott. Jerry Jones going to look at that thing like this and be like, oh, man, I ain't worried about them. The main thing is I'm getting people to come to this game regardless. So when we play the away folks, they gonna come. So that's just what it is. Yeah. I had to, boy, Rent-A-Center was worse. Aaron's, yeah. Sure. Here for a $500 couch, brother paid about $3,000 for that damn couch. And then to make another longer story shorter, Hey, they put eviction notice on there. I said, oh, they gave me 30 days. They gave me 30 days, a 30-day advance. Shoot, I take the note, chat, tear it up, man. Shoot, I was doing bad, bro. Shoot, working the damn Walmart job. Well, not Walmart job, but the security job at Walmart, Securitas. Yes, indeed. Salary cap money comes from TV views, and if you can get 10 to 20% decrease, the TV ratings, then things would change. But here's the only conundrum, Sanjay. People tune in of the misery of the Cowboys. There's more people that watch to hate. I've literally had people, because I'm from the South, New Orleans Saints will lose, right? And you have Saints people talking about our team, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, y'all team lost. And y'all got the better quarterback, Drew Brees. But they would still be talking noise. Yeah. So it's crazy, man. But, man, it's one of those things. Shout out to you, J-Rod. He says, I'm done with this team.
Take the money out!
He says, I'm done with this joke of a team until the Joneses die. Woo! Then I'll be back. I can't take another 30 years of this same.
Take the money out!
BS.
All of it! Come on! You're wasting my time now. Come on!
Shoot.
Come on!
Jerry Jones gonna end up outliving us all, man, with that philosophy. Yeah, he gonna outlive us all, man. Jerry Jones is gonna be over here. Let me see. I think I had it right here. Jerry Jones gonna end up outliving us all. 200-year-old Jerry Jones still running the Cowboys, outliving us fans. Shoot, that's going to end up being the situation. So we might as well go ahead and root for another team, man. Jerry ain't going nowhere. Yeah, appreciate y'all's support, man. Thank y'all so much. I got Todd. He says they'll sell the tickets to the other fans. Yeah. So it's a conundrum. Yeah. Riggs. All right. Let me get the last caller on. Appreciate you. I got from the 608. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me. From the 832. Talk to me. Well, I guess I done outspoke my wisdom teeth. All right, so those were the last two, man. Shoot, I appreciate everybody for jumping in. Thank all of y'all for y'all support. Thank y'all for jumping in. Vampire Jones, yeah, he gonna outlive us all, that reptilian blood. But, hey, happy Friday to you all. At the end of the day, like we said.
We want him. Thing with me going to the Cowboys was Jerry. Everybody in Jerry's family wasn't with it.
I was our capologist at the time. I was really the guy learning the cap. Had a really good feel for it.
And I know you're trying to get the numbers, and this is what we ought to be doing, is the hard numbers. But when you really look at it, we really don't have many like that.
And Jerry comes in there and goes, boy, he's smiling ear to ear, and he goes, guess what? And I said, what? We got us a cornerback. Deion's coming to Dallas. And he goes, it's very simple. We give him $13 million signing bonus and 3 years of minimum salaries. And I go, we can't do that. And he goes,
Can't
well,
do
he
it.
did it.
Basically shoves me up against the door with his forearm. And I looked at him and kind of smiled. I said, you're really not going to hit me, are you? Called a team meeting and put Deion's salary numbers on the board so that everybody could look at it. And I said, now I'm going to ask this room, do you want Deion or Knight? And of course the deal was a big yes, we want him.
The craziest thing of it all, and if we offended anyone, charge it to my beard, not my heart. Satire law, yeah, just for comic relief. But I would tell you, just like Toxic Tom stated, the only time he saw Stephen Jones mad and angry and upset is when it's about the money. You see, a lot of time people have passion in what they do. And just because you have passion in what you do, doesn't mean that your offspring is going to have the same passion, the same love, and adulations. So that's what we're seeing. And I'm quite sure that Charlotte probably be a whole lot better than Steven, right? And I'm not putting these Joneses into a box, right? But the Jerry Jones saga of looking for these coaches continue. And now we have the Saints left, the only team that's left, to see if they can solidify the avoidable areas on their side, right? Mike McCarthy's still out there. Based off of the historical data, technically, he's the best coach available if we're using BPA or BCA. Best coach available outside of Deion Sanders. So we can travel the lands of the unknown with Shotty. Hopefully that could be a situation and a scenario for us, Cowboy Nation. But let me say this in departing. Tell me not in mournful numbers. Life is but an empty dream for a soul is dead that slumbers, and things are not what they seem. Life is real, and life is earnest, and the grave is not his goal. Dust they are, to dust return was not even spoken of the soul. In his broad fields of battle and ambivalence of life, be not like a dumb-driven cattle, Cowboy Nation, but be a hero in the strife. Lives of great men all remind us we can live our lives sublime in departing. Leave behind us footprints on the mighty sands of those times, Cowboy Nation. Stand tall or not at all. And I would tell y'all, as old and gray Jerry and Stephen Jones may be, to be fair, I was a fan of this team 7 years before they even thought about buying this team. So I'm going to still be a fan of this team. We just got to endure. We're going to have to keep our head high, eyes all the way through the finish, and see this all the way through, Cowboy Nation. Stand tall with us. Come on with it. Let's go. DC for life, not for short. And in the time of that,
Give me my theme music.
come on with it, baby. One love. Yeah, come on with it. And appreciate all of y'all. I ain't mad at you. If you want to get on up out of here. Come on with it. Yep.
I wake up, flex, thumb down, that
Law.
No drip, this.
Come on.
Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might
Let us
but
pray.
first I tell 'em run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down, that no drip, this.
Come on.
Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash,
Willie. Get over it, man. I'm from Mississippi, baby.
Turn to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me.
Come on.
I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me.
Zone,
I'm
law.
number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady.
Come on.
The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy.
Can't call law lazy,
Put in
baby.
my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ.
Law Nation, baby.
I wake up,
Flex 'em.
thumb down that no drip.
Come on with it.
Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash,
That
might
boy said no
wreck,
sleep,
but
no
first
rest.
I stretch. Tell 'em run it up.
Come on.
I wake up, flex, thumb down that no drip. This. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. Gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe.
Come on.
I call up Niger, he'll come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself, they getting buried.
All right.
Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name. I wake up, sundown
Nation.
no drip, this
Time to run it up.
No sleep, no rest.
Come on.
Might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch.
Sonic boom.
I wake up, sundown no drip, this
Time to run it up.
No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch. Time to run it up.
Yeah. Let me play this right quick. This stuff was just so funny, man. Look at Uncle Mayfield. Look, he sprayed that poop spray, right? Watch this right here.
I'm trying to get this old girl, man. Old girl. I'm trying to get this old girl, man.
Man, my stomach hurt too,
Come on, just
man.
dumb. You been falling in here, your boy. Man, this goddamn one to die. God damn. What is it? Goddamn one to die. Motherfucker one to die, boy. That's the goddamn one to die.
Man, my stomach hurt, man.
They want to die now, man. Let me out one. God damn, these motherfuckers, I let them die. Oh, my Lord. Boy, you rotten as hell. Let them want to die. Let them want to die. I didn't want to damn let die.
Oh my God, that's Cowboys right there. And Jerry Jones, boy, we get inside. Let that winner down. Oh my God, let me get on up out of here, man. Hey, see, I told y'all there's other things in life you can laugh at. That boy said, Uncle, like, let that winner down. He had Unc speaking in tongues, man. Oh my gosh, boy. Oh my gosh, man. Oh my God. Joy, get out the way. All right. If you offended of the fart spray, you just offended. I'll breathe you in.
I'm kick this old girl, man. Oh, just come. Been falling in here. Man, goddamn one to die. God damn. Goddamn one to die. Let motherfucker one to die, boy. Let him die. Goddamn one to die. They want to die now, man. Don't let me out, boy. God damn, these motherfuckers, I let them die. Oh, my God.
Oh. I want to let that winner down. Oh my gosh, man. Come on with it. And another one. All right. Let me out.
Seven wonders all in one.
Joy! I hope Joy right. All along.
You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the
Street lights hit you. I'm beyond.
play it too.
She's
Wherever you go, whatever you do.
It's an evil world we live in.
you too. All right.
If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper
Let that window down.
then forever doesn't feel that far.
Jeez. So funny, man.
So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, fly on, fly on, fly on.
Timu Cowboys. Enjoy your weekend.